Welcome back to the Red Dawn channel, ladies and gentlemen, and in today's video we're going to be doing HONOR Nobushi guide. But first, let's go over some of the changes that happen with the training. So for instance, you can now see that it's on one of the new maps, for instance, and you can select your opponent. It's also got a damage bar that's here, so that we can see what we're doing and how much damage is actually being done, which is really cool. And yeah, you know, feel free to jump in, try out the new settings. These are really fun things, and you can set up your opponent as and how much you like them, so you can set them up to do certain attacks, so forth and so forth. But the purpose of today is to go over Nobushi, so let's go and do exactly that, starting off with the moveset. To kick things off, we've got Poke the Nest, Hiss and Bite, Death Rattle Form, Slithering Thrust, Coiling Slash, Hidden Stance, this is a really nice one, Cobra Strike Mix Up, Viper's Retreat, Kick, Sidewinder Form, Swift Recoil, Swift Retreat, and blah 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 blah. We also have the two that come with every single character on our hero specifics. We also have Way of the Shark, meaning that once you have applied a bleed, you actually do more damage. So, you'll notice that most of Nobushi's attacks incorporate bleed damage, which is nice. Hidden Stance, which we will go over, Cancel Attack Recovery, Light Attack Combo, Side Slashes, Zone Attack, and the kind of norm. But, that's all well and good. But let's go over what we should be doing in the basics. So as always, we've got the 3 light attacks which can be strung together like so. That last light attack being a bleed inflictor, so that means that if you land the first 2, that third will be a bleed attack, which is really nice. So as you can see on the right hand side, you'll see what is happening and as and when it's happening, so what damage is being done, which is really cool. So it'll do 5 damage per, bleed strike, so to speak. We also have the heavies, which can be strung in either or directions. Once he respawns, that's the only downside about this new training stuff. So side heavies can be strung in a 2-chain form. So we've got 3-chain light attack, last light attack being a bleed, and we've got the 2-chain heavy attack, which is really nice. So other things to go over is that the Nobushi has a set of dashing moves that are quite nice. So dash heavy that way, dash heavy that way. She also consists of light attack dashes that look like this, which apply bleed. She also has one that keeps the target at bay. If you pull back on your left analog stick and press your light attack button, you will proceed to joust them, applying a form of bleed. It looks rather like so. And as you can see, it's overtime, which is really nice. But this one seems to be doing a bit more damage. Don't quote me on it, but it is what it is. So we've got the dashes, we've got that. We also have the running slash, which for me, these running attacks, I don't bother with them. I don't cover them because I just don't like them. Alright, so for a guard break, you can do a side, you can do a top, but obviously the top heavy does more damage, so guard break into top heavy all the time. But that's basics. Let's go over intermediate moves. So we have the zone, which can be cancelled after that first strike, but the zone as whole is that, the last attack being a bleed, but that last attack is really easy to parry. So it's always good to be offensive by going boom, boom, straight in. A, it looks cool, and B, it's quite nice. But don't be too predictable with it, because if you keep spamming that move, people are going to get the gist and start going for parries and such. But if you land a heavy, you can kick. If you land a light, you can kick. But one thing to keep in mind is if you light, kick into bleed, if they dodge that kick, or if you miss it under any form, do not go for the secondary. Alright? Do not follow it up with the attack, because that is really easy to parry. Okay? So if you miss the kick, Grit your teeth, bear it, and don't do anything. Okay, because you'll be opening yourself up for a slap. Quite literally a slap. Now, one thing to go over is the hidden stance, which is this. This can be used to block incoming and, well, completely dodge incoming attacks, but if they are close enough, they will knock you out of it. So if they're going in for a rush, boom, 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 and boom. Alright? So out of hidden stance you can do a variety of things. Into heavy. Alright? So you can go straight into a heavy attack. I've got a cold, so I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. You can go into a kick, into bleed, or you can skip. You can legitimately skip that first light attack in the 3 light chain and go straight for the bleed, which is a really nice one because you can do this combo. Rinse and repeat, and you know, you're good. Oh, alright. But realistically, that's it for intermediate style of stuff. So, onto the expert style combos. So, for instance, we've got heavy into feint, kick, and we've got the dash, kick again. So, if you've got good stamina consumption and you're not messing around, these things can be strung together in an infinite combo. We've also got the light into heavy feint, into guard break, into kick, into dash. Alright? You'll notice that the Nobushi has range. It is your responsibility to use said range, otherwise you're opening yourself up for some DPS. So for instance, heavy feint, kick. So, you know, there's all these things that are really, really nice. So, feint all these moves together and you're good to go. So if they are near a wall and you kick them, they will stumble, so you can get that heavy in. Kick again, stumble, kick again, bleed. And it's all over. Alright? Let's go over one last combo that I do genuinely like. So this is the point bleed, so it's joust, joust, if I can actually land it, so it's boom, 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 heavy, kick, bleed, bleed, joust. Alright? You get the point. You can string all these bleeders in together and then you'll get your DPS off. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Alright? So, I'll leave it there. I'll bring it onto the parry section to cover a few things that are important, and then that'll be it, ladies and gentlemen. That will be it. Usually I wouldn't do this, but let's go over a few things quickly. So if you press the start button, you can obviously go to your match settings. If you go to arena, you can check the moveset of your character. You can change the arena settings, so you can put player health on and change it to regenerate, health and kill off. You've got player stamina, which is regenerate or off. Player revenge, always active or on, so you can gauge your revenge attack and so forth. Then you've got the opponent, so it's pretty much like the others. Gear stats, which can be removed or added. Attack stats, which, you know, I'll leave it for you guys. Move validation, provides feedback when a tagged move is performed successfully, which is what I believe that box on the right hand side is. Then opponent timing feedback. So if you're actually going for those parry, counter guard break windows, you're trying to get your light parries that are on point, this is how you want to be doing it. You've also got opponent settings, so that's move cooldown, navigation, opponent type, so that's custom moveset, preset, AI bot level 1, which is really nice. And then you can actually select what moves they do. So if you want to get the focused strikes for the warlord onto a point, you can go, right, I want him to do that. Block and stab, I want him to do that. Board and blade, you get the point. And you know, filters can be done onto common attacks, basic attacks, chains, unblockables, and counters. So all rather good stuff, which is really, really nice. So you can get all these parry times and reaction times now down to a key. Change opponent, so you can always change opponent at any time during the match, so you don't have to exit out, which is nice. And then you can also change your hero. So that's all nice and good. Parry section. Right, let's do this. So, if you block any attack with the Nobushi and you're too close for your comfort, if you press A, you will do this dodge backwards, which allows you to get your bleed in. if I can show you guys appropriately. So that's block, joust. That's what I usually do, or you can dash into any of the others or go into hidden stance and do your combos. But I usually love to, you know, joust them in the face like that because they don't expect it, which is really nice. So the parry, unfortunately, is basic, but okay, usually you don't get a heavy attack anymore from a parry, but the Nobushi is a little bit different. If you parry and instigate a dodge heavy, you will land it. Okay, you will land it because it is ultra quick. So do keep that in mind if you get a parry. Alright, but all in all, that is it, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you have enjoyed the video. I'll leave it for my outro to explain, and I will see you guys in a bit. So, you've reached the end of the video, and all I can say is a massive thank you very much. As always, I'm going to ask that you leave a like and you smash that subscribe button. You have the 2 suggested videos, one on the left, one on the right, and the subscribe button directly in the middle, so there is no excuse. Catch up on the content, make sure that you're liking, and I will see you guys in a bit.